Hi everyone, how are we doing today? I'm going to get started with today's lecture. Just as a reminder, since we're remote the next couple weeks, all of the lectures are going to be asynchronous, meaning you can watch them on your own time, whenever you want. Not that you will, not that anyone gives a... Okay, so we're going to talk about Camus, which is probably going to be pretty confusing because based on your written responses to my discussion questions, it's very clear that absolutely none of you actually read it. Case in point, and I quote, Q, can you think of one reason why Camus might have decided to withhold the identity of the narrator? A, no. I know it's almost the end of the year. I know we thought we'd be in person for the rest of the semester. And we could have been if we'd all just gotten vaccinated, if we'd all just done what we were supposed to. But the AP test is coming up. So come on, guys. This is important. You could earn college credit. If you earn enough of it, you might come out with only $120,000 instead of $140,000 in student loans. So, the thing to remember about Camus is that he was an existentialist. Existentialists believe that we are all engaged in an ultimately futile struggle against death and suffering. And that's definitely the case in this novel. Anyone in Iran could catch the plague at any time, but they spend the first half of the book denying that reality, going about their lives as usual and trying to come up with alternative explanations for the fact that hundreds of rats are dying in the streets, which might sound kind of depressingly familiar. It's only in the second half that they band together and they collectively decide to fight the disease, which might sound less familiar since we never really got to that part. Anyway, the point of the book is, one of the points of the book is that we have to engage in this struggle, even if it's ultimately futile, because it's the only real freedom we have. If we're trapped in an absurd and meaningless universe, then the only thing we get to decide is how we're going to respond to it. Whether we're still going to try to do our best, which means doing the reading, which means providing well-considered, thoughtful answers to the discussion questions, which means doing well in high school so you can go on and do well in college, so you can earn a job where you work 70 hours a week and you still can't afford to pay the rent on a decent one-bedroom that doesn't have mice. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it. Sometimes I wonder if any of this is worth it. And I tell myself, maybe I'm just burned out, but I was burned out in September. I was burned out in January. I was really burned out in March, and I just don't know if burnout can go on forever. If burnout can be an indefinite state. At some point, it seems like the ash is just gonna blow away. But we're coming to the end of this. We are. Even if it's slow and it's frustrating and it's one step forward and two steps back, and that means that we have to decide what we want things to look like on the other side. What we believe in. And I hear myself telling you all how important it is to do your work for my class, and I believe in books. I do. I believe in talking to people about them. I believe in taking walks every afternoon in the park. believe in being good to each other. I believe in my cat. I think if I died, he would happily eat my body, but there's something beautiful in that. He is what he is. He does what he does. He doesn't make any apologies for it. I believe in all of you. I think that you're lovely. Not in the kind of way that would get me fired, just in the way that all new things are lovely. They're curious and they don't know how they fit, and their legs are too long for their bodies, and they're trying to figure it out. I don't know how to tell you to live right now. I don't know how to live myself. I don't know whether we should carry on or whether we should give up on everything we were doing before and come up with something entirely different. I don't know whether to tell you to come to class or whether to just tell you to fuck it. I'm not going to post this lecture, obviously. I'm going to have to record it again. So, Camus, the plague, La Peste. It's a good book. It's worth your time if you want to read it. If you don't want to read it, it probably doesn't matter. You might fuck up the AP test, but why am I even still talking? I need to record this again. I don't want to record this again. I don't want to tell you things like I know them. I think the most important thing that I can tell you is that I don't know anything. I don't. I am trying to figure out how to navigate this just like all of you are, and yeah, I'm not doing great. I'm gonna post it. Maybe I'll lose my job. Maybe I'll get another one. Maybe I'll do something else. It's all just up in the air right now. It's all just out there waiting for us to create it. Good luck.